too close. Well, this certainly proves it was not my imagination. I wonder what Lucas is doing with these. I need a key. Let's see what Carl's up to. That's the 5th color-coded entry. I wonder what that means. It's locked. Maybe there's a clue about how to get into the locked cabinet in here.
Hello?
I found the castle's dungeon.
Wait, a real dungeon?
Yeah.
Dungeons are crazy if you think about it. I'm so glad they are not that common over here.
Agreed.
You know, it just occurred to me that someone had to invent the first dungeon.
Invent?
Well, they didn't always exist, so one day someone had to say, You know, the living room is nice and the kitchen's great, very convenient, don't get me wrong, but you know what would really spruce up the place? Our own private jail.
When you put it that way, it does sound really strange.
No joke. I'd steer clear of that place if I were you, at least as much as you can.
I'm stuck in this weird dress.
Well, I'm sure it looks great.
That's sweet, but it's still a little weird.
The compliment or the dress?
The dress. I love the compliment.
Well, I meant it. I wonder what it means, although it might be good for you to fit in while working on the mystery.
You're right. I found an article in the Castle Crier about Carl wanting to keep tourists away from the castle.
Now that doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. It seems like he'd want the castle to be packed.
I know, right?
That sounds a little suspicious to me. I'd try to snoop around, see what's really going on with him.
I'm on it. So how's Joe?
The same old Joe. It's hard to be in a bad mood around Joe. Have you noticed that?
Yes, it's like he won't stand for it.
I know. He'll just wear you down until you agree to have a good time. He and Frank are really good friends to have.
I agree. I asked Carl about the accident in the dungeon. And it was just that. He was giving a tour and part of the dungeon collapsed. Everyone was okay in the end, but it really seems to have upset him.
Maybe that's why he's not so keen on having tourists.
That's it exactly. He seems to think that he's cursed, and everything that happens only reinforces that idea.
And if you believe you're cursed, you might as well be cursed.
It's like the story of the monster.
How so?
The people here believe that there's a monster, so they only pay attention to evidence that
backs up what they already believe, right? So they're an easy group to trick, if you wanted to. But who would want to?
I don't know. I'm working on it. Any great ideas?
Not yet, but I'll be on standby if you need me.
Carl has a bunch of unsent love letters in his office.
Interesting. How do they seem?
They seem like love letters.
I mean, do they sound excited or manic or worried?
I guess if anything, they seem a little sad. It's almost like he's given up on things working out, but can't bear to get rid of the letters.
I wonder why that is. Maybe the relationship didn't work out because he's stuck at the castle.
Could be. So, what can I expect from the new and improved Ned?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm still in the planning stages. I think maybe I need an edgier presentation. Get a motorcycle, maybe. Stay out past 10 p.m.? Return library books at the wrong branch?
Oh, no, that might not be the solution. Don't forget, I like you just the way you are.
Then you'll like new Ned even more. Once I settle on just what that will involve, maybe I could get a hobby.
Not a bad idea.
It's really strange spending my time with you and Frank and Joe. You guys always have such great stories to tell. It makes me feel like I live a pretty boring life in comparison. You guys are always like, remember when we were chased by that abominable snowman that really turned out to be an international art thief and also a spy? My best anecdote from this last year is the time I accidentally said something horrible in Italian to the waiter at the pasta place.
Yeah, what you said was pretty unforgivable.
I had no idea.
I'm just teasing. It was just a misunderstanding. And anyway, you have great stories about school and football.
It's not the same. It'd be nice to stumble across a nice mystery now and again.
It doesn't exactly work that way.
Maybe, but maybe I've just not been looking hard enough. I'll let you know what I find.
So how's the search for adventure coming?
I've found the perfect thing.
What's that?
It's a bit of a surprise, but we'll need a team.
Maybe Bess and George?
Perfect. I can't tell you too much more, but we'll need the perfect team name.
I'll work on it.
Great. This is going to be so much fun.
I could really use some hints.
Oh, I installed something on your phone for just the occasion. It's called the Hint Hotline. It can help you even better than I can.
Even better? I doubt that.
Really. It can show you pictures and do all sorts of neat things that I can't.
See you later.
Bye. Nancy, what's up?
I called Ned.
I heard. I'm glad the two of you could work things out.
Me too.
I didn't doubt that you would.
Thanks for being such a good friend.
No problem. It's good to see you two back together.
Thanks. The people here seem to think that the same monster has been attacking the castle for years, maybe even centuries. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
Interesting. Well, nothing could live that long. Maybe it's a handy scapegoat.
A scapegoat?
Well, growing up, every time Joe broke something, he'd blame me. I'd do the same to him. Maybe whenever someone does something really awful, they take advantage of this monster story to throw suspicion off of themselves.
I found a dungeon.
That is really cool. I wish I was there. Anything interesting in there?
Well, if creepy is interesting. I found a strange necklace in the woods.
Really? That's kind of cool.
It looks...
Means.
Not sure yet. I got stuck between the castle gates, and when I was in there, I got a good look at the monster.
Really? What did this monster look like?
That's the thing. It looked pretty real. I'm not saying that it was, but it was actually a little startling.
Did you see anything? Any sort of clue?
Well, a piece of fabric was left behind, but that's it. I found some strange emails from the castle's owner. He seems pretty worried about money.
Not exactly what you'd expect from a person who owns a castle.
Really? It seems like a castle would be the definition of a money pit.
True, but if you own a castle, you're probably doing okay financially.
I wouldn't be so sure. It looks like he's pretty desperate to bring people into the castle.
Desperate enough to pull off a dramatic stunt?
Maybe, but then why would he hire me to investigate?
Good point.
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Have to translate that. Have to translate that. Castlecast. I should give them a call.
Thank you for calling Castlecast, your one-stop staffing solution for castles, reenactments, Renaissance cuisine, and realistic sword-fighting demonstrations. Ask us about our wizard discount. My name is Jordan. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew.
Hi, Nancy Drew. What solution can I provide for you today?
I'm staying at a castle that you're staffing. Can I get a little background information about the employees here?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I can't give that information out without proper clearance. Thank you for calling.
Marcus here.
What can you tell me about Anya?
Anya's Anya, always has been. I was surprised to find out she was working at the castle, but that's synchronicity for you.
Why were you surprised she was working here?
We used to date.
You and Anya? Really?
Yeah, it was years ago.
She didn't mention that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The breakup didn't exactly go well. Well, no breakup goes well, right? That'd be weird. Anya was pretty upset and she ended up acting a little strange.
Strange how?
It's not really... It wouldn't be very gentlemanlike to get into what went on. Let's just say she is the reason that I make sure my shoes are tied before I break up.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I'm just being dramatic. It was rough. We got through it. When I find out she was working at the castle, it was weird at first, but stranger things have happened. Look, Anya and I have had our problems. But in business, skill comes first. She's very good at her job, and customers love her. That's good enough for me.
What do you think of Carl?
He's not my ideal manager, but he does an adequate job when he's not working on that game of his, that is.
I understand you're having financial problems.
Nope, I'm very rich.
I found an email from you that says otherwise.
I'm afraid that I don't know what you're talking about.
The email says that things are tough and that the castle's going to have to make changes soon or dramatic action will have to be taken.
Not the case.
So the castle is doing well financially?
All due respect, but I am not going to discuss my financials with you, Nancy.
I wanted to look up some background information about the employees here. Can you give me clearance with CastleCast?
Sure thing. I'll do it right after we hang up.
Bye.
Get it done!
Thank you for calling CastleCast, your one-stop staffing solution for castles, reenactments, historical modeling, and time period appropriate buskers. Ask us about our wizard discount. My name is Jordan. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'm following up about the castle.
Oh, yes, I spoke with your boss. Ask away.
What can you tell me about Anya Mittelmeier?
Oh, Anya, she was just the greatest. We all loved her so much. Please tell her that Jordan says hello, and that getting the mail will never be the same without her.
Getting the mail?
Yeah, she delivered the mail. She did a really good job, too. And oh, we all just loved her.
So she wasn't a manager?
A manager? No. Sorry. Are we talking about the same Anya? Anya Mittelmeier?
Yes, that's